Hi, I'm Bhumika and I love to travel, and I also end up spending a lot of time researching online before, of course, going to any place. The idea of this video is to minimize that time for you, especially if you're planning to travel to Sri Lanka. This video is going to cover things like visa, best time to travel, transport, currency and how much money to carry, and fifth, if Sri Lanka is safe. I have also uploaded another video which covers my overall itinerary, and I'll link that in the description. Let's quickly get into the video. Let's start with visa. The first thing that you should do is check whether you even require a visa to enter. Most nationalities do. For India, you do require a visa. The process is completely online. You need to go to their government website and apply for ETA, which is Electronic Travel Authorization, and it requires a few basic details about your travel. And then the time to process visa could really differ. Mine came in 2 minutes, but for my friend it took 4 days. So I would basically advise to keep like at least a week. The visa fees for Indian citizens is $20, and also you need to make sure that your passport expiry is at least 6 months more than from your date of travel. Okay, so the second thing is, what is the best time to go to Sri Lanka? Well, good for you. You can go to Sri Lanka year long. It just, the coast changes as per the month. I went there in December, and from December to March, the best place to go is the west and south coast. And alongside that, you can also cover hilly areas like Kandy and Ella. And in south, you'll of course see Mirissa, Unawatuna, and a few more nice beach areas. And from April to September, you should ideally go to the east coast because it's monsoon in the other region. Moving on to transport, there are majorly 4 routes in Sri Lanka: tuk-tuks, private taxis, buses and trains. How I use them was for shorter distances, especially in coastal area, I used to use tuk-tuks. They're very cost effective. For longer distances, especially in hilly area, I would use private taxis because they're just faster than tuk-tuk to cover long distance. For buses, I use them for day travel to any nearby city. So if I had to travel from Unawatuna to Galle, I would sometimes just take a bus. And trains are actually, the train rides are very beautiful, especially in the hilly area. So if you're there, you should definitely take them, and the routes are like very scenic. So for instance, the train ride from Kandy to Ella is very famous, so you should definitely not miss it. But those are the 4 modes that I use. And one last tip is to download this app called Pick Me, which gives you an estimate of how much it will cost to go from one place to another. It's basically like Uber. However, you might not get a cab or a tuk-tuk through it, but it helps you. It gives you a rate that you can negotiate with the taxis or with tuk-tuks there. The currency which is most widely accepted there is Sri Lankan rupees, their local currency, and US dollars. I was actually surprised to find out that a lot of smaller vendors and like small cafes would accept US dollars. So it really depends on you on what you want to carry. However, I would highly recommend carrying Sri Lankan rupees because it's lower denomination, so you have a better chance at negotiating and getting your change back. On to the last point, which I think is also very important, which is whether Sri Lanka is safe and if you should travel solo. While I was traveling with a friend, I absolutely think Sri Lanka is safe, especially because there's so many tourists going around the country. The local people there are super friendly. So it is absolutely safe. However, you should still take some precautions. For instance, don't travel at night, especially for longer distances. Wherever possible, try to share a private taxi with other people who are also going to the same destination. And if possible, try to stay in hostels so that you're able to make friends and go around and chill with them. For instance, we met this Colombian guy with whom we went to waterfall, which is quite far. So try to make friends and enjoy while you're there. But if you are planning to travel solo, I would say do it. You don't have much to worry about. Okay, those were the 5 tips from me. I hope you found this video useful, and if you're watching till now, make sure you subscribe to the channel. In case you have any other question, feel free to drop a comment below and I'll try my best to answer them and get back to you. And yes, I hope you had a good time watching this video. Bye-bye.